Arborist-podcast, Domain 2, Episode 3, Soil Water, Drainage, and Aeration, How Water and Oxygen Affect Tree Health. Welcome back to the Arborist-podcast. This podcast is designed to help you study for the ISA Arborist Certification Exam by breaking down complex arboriculture topics into clear, practical explanations. As always, this podcast is not affiliated with or endorsed by the International Society of Arboriculture. It's an independent educational resource created to support arborists preparing for the certification exam. In the last episode, we talked about soil texture, structure, and pore space. Today, we're going to build on that foundation by focusing on soil water, drainage, and aeration. These concepts explain why trees suffer in both flooded and drought conditions, and why water management is such a critical arborist skill. Why water and oxygen matter? Roots need both water and oxygen to function. Water is essential for nutrient transport, photosynthesis, and cell function. Oxygen is required for root respiration. When soil holds too much water, oxygen is displaced. When soil holds too little water, roots dry out. Healthy soil balances water and air availability. How water moves through soil. Water moves through soil by gravity and capillary action. Gravitational water drains freely through large soil pores after rainfall or irrigation. Capillary water is held in smaller pores and is the primary source of water available to roots. Water that is held too tightly to soil particles is unavailable to plants. Understanding these distinctions helps explain why some soils stay wet but still cause drought stress. Field capacity and available water. After excess water drains away, soil reaches what is called field capacity. At field capacity, soil holds the maximum amount of water available to plants while still containing sufficient oxygen. This is the ideal moisture condition for root function. If soil remains saturated beyond this point, oxygen levels drop and roots begin to suffer. Soil drainage explained. Drainage refers to how quickly excess water moves out of the soil. Well-drained soils allow gravitational water to move through easily. Poorly drained soils retain water longer and often become saturated. Drainage is influenced by soil texture, structure, compaction, and site conditions such as slope and grading. Poor drainage is one of the most common soil problems affecting trees. Aeration and root respiration. Aeration is the movement of air into and out of soil. Roots require oxygen for respiration, just like above-ground tissues. When soil is compacted or saturated, oxygen movement slows dramatically. Without adequate oxygen, roots cannot absorb nutrients effectively and growth declines. This often leads to symptoms such as leaf chlorosis, dieback, and reduced vigor. Symptoms of poor drainage and aeration. Trees growing in poorly drained or poorly aerated soils often show similar symptoms. These may include slow growth, small leaves, early fall color, or branch dieback. Because these symptoms are nonspecific, soil conditions must be evaluated before assuming nutrient or pest problems. This is a common exam scenario. Urban factors affecting water and aeration. Urban environments frequently disrupt natural soil water movement. Compaction, impervious surfaces, altered drainage patterns, and soil layering all affect water and oxygen availability. Trees planted in urban sites often experience chronic stress related to poor drainage and limited aeration. Understanding these limitations helps arborists recommend realistic solutions. Managing soil water issues. Arborists manage water issues by improving drainage, reducing compaction, and adjusting irrigation practices. Overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering. Irrigation decisions should be based on soil moisture, not just surface appearance. Proper management supports healthy root function and long-term tree performance. This episode connects directly to previous topics. Soil texture and structure influence pore space. Pore space controls water and oxygen movement. Roots depend on that balance to function. Water, oxygen, and roots are inseparable parts of the soil system. Let's recap the key points. Soil water exists in different forms, and only some of it is available to trees. Proper drainage and aeration are essential for root respiration. Both excess and insufficient water can cause stress, often producing similar symptoms. Understanding soil water and aeration helps arborists diagnose problems and manage trees more effectively. In the next episode, we'll focus on soil compaction, what causes it, and why it is one of the most damaging conditions for urban trees. Thanks for listening to the Arborist podcast. Let's keep building your arborist knowledge one topic at a time.